Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Nova Drift and the key was provided by developer. Let me go back to game. I'm gonna put settings and check if it's recording because I have big problems recording this game. It's crashing a lot. It seems to work. Alright, so I'm gonna try now with Alt Tab. Well, that's the biggest problem with it. It's a bullet hell game, very good one actually, but the problem is that it's crashing very often. So the other problem is lack of resolution settings. That's what I have with it. I'm gonna almost entirely kill sound, maybe, because that's all we have here. Right, I'm gonna go with maybe 1. Yes, you can mute music. I can control the game with mouse, which I changed recently. I decided to go with mouse. You can also go with keyboard and mouse. The problem is that you have to always use trust, or at least quite a lot of trust using. So it's quite hard to control the game because you can only aim at a direction and, well, basically choose a vector and add velocity with a button. So you kind of always move around a screen that loops around itself. So if you go to the left, you will come out from the right side. And so this is quite problematic for me, at least. I would prefer if you could freely move around the map, just dodging left and right, but you can't. You have to use this velocity mechanic. Makes the game much harder. I didn't use expert mode. I add some stuff about choosing your upgrades because there's a lot of upgrades in the game. I kind of did it like this to show you damage, controls. Yeah, it's gonna show controls at the beginning. That's the only setting for graphics. Window mode and reduce effects. You can reduce effects and you can get into window mode, which we are now. This looks like borderless window, and this is all you can do to make the game well, visible if you are recording. So I just pushed a button for window mode. I can't choose resolution at all. And reduce effects just generally supposed to make the game run faster, which also has problems because it's slowing down randomly. So it slows down randomly and it crashes also randomly. I played 2 hours. I was able to progress quite a lot, but I had 2 or 3 crashes. So it's very bad with crashing. I even just clicked this screen when coming out of my OBS and it instantly crashed without even giving me any message. It just closed the game. Let's try it again. I'm going to Alt Tab back to OBS. Now back to game with Alt Tab. I'm not even clicking. I could click because I see the window, but before it crashed. So let's go back. Right, so unlocks. You unlock quite a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna show you roughly how much there is. There is special modes which you can activate when starting the game. It generally gives you better rewards. Features means, well, basically it's just more loot and you can reroll powers because you have tons of powers. Gear, this is additional stuff. You choose a weapon, a shield and a body, and then you add those modifiers. There's quite a lot of modifiers. I don't have all of them. I have only 3 out of 7. And there's also some super mods which I didn't find. Some base gear. This is probably what you have always. Yes, those are what you have always. Quite a lot of them. You can basically every time you level, you can add one thing out of a pool. So eventually you go those trees and you upgrade specific powers and passives. So this is very well built when it comes to unlocking and making your ship stronger. I'm gonna go with escape. Alright, so it seems to work. Alright, so I'm gonna try to show game. It might crash at any time, so just let's just check once more how it's recording. Yeah, it should be working. I just had tons of crashes, so it's very annoying. Right, so here you choose. Well, I never play practice. It's pointless because you don't get any rewards, no unlocks. Endless. Well, I never made it to the final battle. I don't know where is final battle. I made it to like wave 50. Danger zone. There is more enemies, I guess. And this is higher wave. So basically, you kind of level up faster. You kill a couple of enemies, and you are already level 3. So it's kind of better to show stuff. Also, it's better to grind this way. I didn't unlock the rest. So let's try it. So left button makes me propel wherever I aim. right? And the right mouse button, I just gonna keep it pressed all the time, because normally I would shoot with left mouse button, but I chose to not even poke with it. I changed it, by the way. I changed it and it didn't change. I changed the buttons, but it didn't connect for some reason. Maybe I didn't acknowledge. But it's also okay. I just keep right mouse button pressed, so I constantly shoot, and left mouse button to use thrust or not use thrust. So you can just hover around, or you can speed up the direction you're facing. This is kind of what you can do. Now the most important part of the game, I'm really waiting until I get more points, but I probably shouldn't because I can die very quickly. Right, okay, so I'm gonna upgrade. So we're gonna add railgun. Oh my god, it's bad. I messed up, I guess. Yes, I messed up already. No, yes, I did. Alright, so that's how you level up. That's how you get the progress. There's very little points, so almost nothing. Okay, once more. I just wanted to show leveling, but it didn't work. Before I was playing with mouse and keyboard, kinda using one button to shoot and another to propel, but I didn't like it. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm not sure if I have the shield. Maybe I don't. I don't think I have the shield. Right. Right. So this would be railgun again. One more. All right. Now can change the body. This will be projectiles. So let's take it once more. And shield. I would go with halo because it's gonna burn stuff that's near. Let's see how it shoots. Oh, it's gonna shoot differently. Alright, let's try to do it. I know why it shoots backwards, like to the side. Very weird. Yeah, probably shouldn't do it. Alright, so you can mix and match those upgrades, making completely different builds. You can even be stealthy when you not shoot. Or you can burn enemies with your shield, which is now broken. Is it? I guess. Maybe. Maybe it is. I should have the halo. Yes, we have the halo now. Okay, so we should burn. See? We burn the enemies. And I'm dead probably. Oh, I forgot to press the button. I'm aiming badly. Very badly. I'm dead, I guess. Alright, I'm dead. Did it budge? Yes, it budged. Okay, so now it's not crashing, so that's good. Once more. I want to just give you something longer. I would have to make a proper build. I'm just not getting the stuff I want for some reason. By the way, I'm not sure if unlocking makes the game harder or easier, because you can just increase the pool of stuff that you are getting. And if so, you may not be getting stuff you want, so this might cause a problem. It will just make it harder for yourself to find the stuff you actually want to use. Kinda like in Dead Cells. If you unlock more stuff, then you can just keep getting crappy weapons. So this is not necessarily a good thing to upgrade stuff, but maybe it is. It's hard to say. It depends if the stuff you unlock later is better. I'm not sure. Okay, for some reason it just shoots the wrong way, so I don't like it too much. This is just crappy shield for some reason. This is cool because you can make drones, and we can make more of them, and that's passive power, so that's cool. Alright, I'm going to upgrade. Maybe I would use a better shield as well. Reflect, warp, or bastion. I don't know what it is. Let's check it. How do you use it? 5? Was it what? 5? Oh, weird. You can defend yourself like this? Very strange. I'm not sure how it works. Okay, this is bad. Those are very, very damaging. Oh my god, I just moved through the... Yes, I moved through the side of the screen and I died. One more attempt, maybe. Or maybe a few more, I don't know. Actually, we have time, but... we can also crash. If we crash, I will just restart, which will take a while. I like the graphics, by the way. The graphics are cool. It's very elegant, I would say. It's well looking for sure. It's not polished. They say it's polished and that it was in development for years. Well, the problem is that it's crashing, so I wouldn't call it polished. But it's definitely quite pretty for what it is. It's simple but pretty. Very, very elegant design. And very good upgrades. It's just something I like. Multiple playthroughs, and every time you can try to mix different upgrades, which makes the game fresh and quite interesting. I was quite hooked to it, I must say. 2 hours of just grinding, because I wanted to unlock more stuff, get some sort of build, at least get like 20,000, and unlock more stuff, because I was just interested what else in the game, what are the modes, how much points you can get, what can you really put together that would make sense. Okay, this is really bad. This boss is just ridiculous. Grenades. No, I will go with railgun, but this time I can. Alright, stealth. Maybe I should use stealth, I don't know. Construction. Temporal. Yes, slowed. Oh, doesn't work. Am I dead? Again? Yes, I am. For some reason it's harder. I don't know why it's harder, to be honest. Maybe I'm getting too quickly to the boss. But before it wasn't so bad, really. Maybe it was on different controls. Maybe I don't like those controls, but it seems better still. Like aiming is better. Maybe the button, keeping right mouse button pressed is better than keeping keyboard button pressed for some reason. The problem with moving is always the same. It's only the momentum you can control. You can just go left, you can dodge really. You have to go, well, kinda around, always in a large arc. Kind of speed up around and try to avoid this way, but it's not very good. Normally I would just dodge to the left if it was like Space Invaders, but it isn't. So the game is definitely harder because of the way it's being controlled, because of this constant momentum. You have to always keep moving, and well, you don't, but if you don't, you just always aim exactly at you, so always get hit. Kind of pointless. And you see, I'm trying to avoid, but it's not easy. The same guy. I always fight the same guy. I'm gonna use those, maybe. I should bounce away from him. Alright, now I don't have the... Jesus Christ, this is bad. Engineer, maybe. I'm not getting anything good, to be honest, in those levels, for some reason. Yeah, this guy is going at me. Okay, now I could attack him. I'm not aiming well. Halo. Well, if I touch him... Yes, now it's better. What if we aim? Maybe we can aim. Right, I think this is not bad. They should aim at the enemy. Rate of fire, or maybe turret. I'm gonna make turret. Oh Jesus, I'm forgetting buttons. Right. Why is it 2? Oh, because it's without keyboard, right? We changed to mouse, so now it's not using keyboard. Alright. That's not bad. Is this turret still shooting? No, I don't think. I think it died. Alright. I'm trying to kill him. Not sure how my life is going. Probably badly. Alright, did you kill him? No, almost. If anything hits him... Alright, we made it. So that's levels, good. I'm gonna collect everything. Now I just want them to aim well. Sometimes if you get a good build, it just starts working. Alright, now it works. Now it's not bad. Okay, let's see what I can do. Maybe this should be more missiles. Okay. What about some, well, conversions? That would be cool. Yeah, they are kind of going at the enemy, which is good. I'm not sure if they can just go around, but maybe. Let's make the... What is it? Okay, we have turrets, good. See, now the build works. You can call the build. Kinda, maybe. I would like maybe rate of fire or something. Let's see what I can do. Rate of fire. What is it? 50. I'm not sure. Ah, it's for the turrets. I'm gonna go with this. And one more. Okay. Burn damage. Not sure what it is, to be honest. Ally. Okay, ally would make sense. I can make one more guy. Button 4. Okay. We have 2 turrets and a guy. That's nice. better score, instantly better score if you, well, put something together, it starts working, sort of. Of course the boss is gonna kill me, but anyway. Volley, right. I kinda like more projectiles. Rapid fire, why not? Right. Now we're obliterating them, sort of. But the boss is ridiculous. It's like one very big boss. It takes tons of damage. So, there will be problems with him for sure. But at least I can show you something. What do we have? Not sure what this is. Warpath. Yeah, let's do it. Won't work on a boss, but might work on the rest. One more. Can we make one more? Yes, we have two guys. That's good. That's a plus. Right, we got a reroll. I don't use them, to be honest, at all. For some reason. But I want to get as much points as possible. Alright. Yeah, I'm just hitting with my, well, ship into a meteor. That's not good. This is nasty. Probably we should have better shields. Just to make sure. Not sure if the shield even protects me. If it just bans the enemy or if it protects me. Well, maybe we should start getting shields. I'm not sure. Maybe I should go for damage. Well, that's quite a lot of stuff. 5% weapon damage, but it could be better. So let's start upgrading DPS. If we can get higher, maybe it will work. I like it how everything works on its own to an extent. Alright, so this is the problem I was talking about. Big boss. And as you can see, it just takes damage, nothing happens. That's nasty. I don't know where did my weapons go. Or turrets. I think it killed the turrets or something. It's kinda easier to dodge this way with a mouse. Right. Some damage is there. I don't think I have turrets. I think they broke or they expired. Now he's kinda attacking faster than before. Maybe. Alright, do we have a... Yes, we have a turret. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. I avoided. Let's keep it like this. Now I have to take it. I guess. Alright, I'm still fighting. Half the damage. Not sure what happened to my ally. Probably died. And it's not enough rate of fire. Okay, one more. Yeah, I'm gonna move away from this. No, this is bad. Oh my god, clicked away. Not the worst. Okay, I think my shield died. Alright, died. Alright, I can do this. When I fire consecutively, well, I always do. Kinda works. I can't dodge now. But that's okay. Sort of. This is going to go against me. Well, I can go that way, right? Oh my goodness, I just clicked away from... Yeah, I messed up. I clicked away from the screen. That's what's the problem with the window. When the mouse escapes you. Right, I'm gonna go like this. Keep fighting. Maybe again. More damage. Right at the guy. As you can see, damage taken by the enemy is not the greatest. I just died to something. I don't know what killed me. But this was better run. We unlocked something. We unlocked more rerolls, and then there is more stuff to be unlocked. So I'm gonna stop here, I guess. Right, so those are all my scores. 49,000 was the best. Yeah, that was the best I did. 60 waves, right, so that's what I did. Now no crashes for some reason, but when I was testing the game before the recording, it crashed. And it crashed before as well. Right, so what do I think about it? Well, maybe the score first. I would give it 8 normally, because I like it. It's above average. It's a well done bullet hell game with tons of upgrades and unlocks, which I really like. Like going from one try to another, you unlock new stuff, and it just makes the game bigger. It allows for more combinations of builds, so this is exactly what I want. Even though it's not the genre that I like the most, I mean I like roguelikes but not necessarily bullet hell games, I do appreciate highly the unlock system. This is very well done, the constant progression, well, at least theoretically, because as I said before, it can be just more stuff to choose, which is not necessarily better, but at least it's interesting. It keeps the game fresh. Graphically, very well done as well. For this genre, this is very elegant. It's basic, but it's very elegant. Slowdowns, we didn't experience many, but before when I was testing, it's just very random. Sometimes the game is just very slow, and I did switch off the effects before as well, and it was still slowing. I don't know what's causing it. Like now I'm actually downloading video on YouTube, nothing happens. Before I was either doing nothing or I was downloading from Steam, and I have the same amount of stuff in the background. So I don't know why sometimes the game is just super slow and sometimes it doesn't. Not sure what's causing it, and there is very little regulation of graphic effects and resolution, so you can just kill the graphics and see what happens. You can go to window mode and that's it. So well, I switched off all the effects probably all at once because there is no regulation of them separately, and it was still slow. It was so slow before, it was slow after, and now it kind of wasn't slow, even though it should be because I'm actually downloading something to YouTube. So very weird. Crashes are bad, to be honest, because in 2 hours 2 crashes and this strange just closing of the screen. I don't even know how it could close. I mean, it doesn't have the cross in the corner, right? Because it doesn't even have a window. It's some sort of borderless window. So I couldn't close it by mistake. It just closed itself when I clicked at the game. I'm not gonna try to recreate it because it could just, well, close randomly. But it did. It just did when I was testing it like 30 minutes ago. So is it polished? Well, it's not very stable and it slows down. But when it works well. So I would say this: if it works on your PC, which it might, or it might sometimes, like it works now, then I would say it's 8 out of 10 because it's a really well done bullet hell roguelite slash roguelike. I think it's more roguelite because you actually unlock stuff and it stays with you. So for this genre, it's actually pretty good because of the content, because of the amount of combinations of the upgrades, which are very neatly put together. It just makes sense. You have particular elements that influence the way you shoot, the amount of damage you do, the defense, and also some specific game mechanics, like it can slow you down when you shoot, or you can burn enemies passively, you can increase the radius of your shield, or just attack with mines, attack with summoned allies. That's quite a lot of combinations really, and it's interesting because of that. I was having fun playing it, for sure. Well, aside from crashes. Now, how much I will give it at this state? I would say it's 5. Because as much as I like the gameplay when it works, the crashing is very annoying. I also don't like the lack of regulation in settings. There is really only very rudimentary stuff. Not even 2 sliders for music and sound, which should be a standard. No resolution settings at all. Only one button for window, which is not the window I normally use. I would like the one I can scale and close it with the buttons in the corner. Now this is some sort of borderless window or something, and very little choice. At least you can sort of control recording, so that's a plus if you're recording, but normally I would play in full screen, and when I did, it crashed anyway. So yeah, and also it was slowing down. So you could play, you could reach unlocks and progression, sure. As you have seen, I made it through 60 ways from wave 1, so it worked. It's not like it crashes instantly. It also saves the progress, we're not losing it, but it can randomly crash. So it's not stable, at least on my PC. So I guess I gotta leave you with this. I could even recommend it if you like the genre, because you can really have fun with it if you like such games, and this one's really well done. I would say by design. Design is good, and graphics are good, and gameplay is good, but then it crashes, and that's not good. So yeah, it's, well, should be fixed, I guess. But the problem is that some people may not experience it. I think that if the developer would experience the same stuff on his computer, and as it's written, the game is in development for 4 years and it takes 2 hours to see that it's crashing, then well, probably the issue is that it doesn't crash on his computer. So, well, it crashes on mine. So that's the problem. It's not like I have problems with computer, so you know all the games crash because my graphic card is broken. No, it isn't. I have like over 100 games installed right now. I play regularly big games that need a lot of graphics, and they work generally, you know, for hours. They work for like 10 hours straight. So it's not like I have you know, too hot computer or some problems with RAM or anything. No, I don't think so. I think it's on the part of the game. You know, game this simple shouldn't crash twice or 3 times in 2 hours. It should work on a toaster or on a mobile phone. And I don't know why it crashes, but it does. Maybe it doesn't like my graphic card. I have Radeon, by the way. So maybe it's just for Nvidia or something. I don't know. It works, as you have seen. It works. You can play it, but it's unstable. So I would say this: fix the crashes and get some information from people who use different computers, not just one computer. And the other thing, I would fix the settings completely. So all the stuff for resolution, all the stuff for sound. And well, I don't personally like the trusting mechanics where you have to, well, kinda always use a big arc to get anywhere, because you can only turn and thrust and everything happens in a big arc. It's not like a free movement. It's not a scrolling shooter. It's a shooter in a, well, in a sphere, we could say, because we can go to the left and we come out from the right. So it's like very small looped, well, it's like on a planet, right? If you go one direction, you end up in the same point where you started. If you go west, you come back from the east. So everything is like, well, it's put on an orb, right? You are on the surface of an orb, really, and you have to constantly move. Like, think about in real life. It's like driving a car and couldn't stop, and when you stop, they shoot you. Like snipers shoot you when you stop, and you have to keep always moving, and it's a very small planet. It's like speeding up on a very small planetoid constantly. So it's very annoying. You can just stop and shoot and aim, or just dodge to the left or dodge to the right. No, you have to constantly move. So it makes the game, I would say it makes the game unnecessarily hard. I would like to have free movement, at least as an option, and keep the whole system, right? Because the system is good, but I would like to just freely dodge the bullets like you can in other games, which are bullet hell. Because when there are scrolling bullet hell games, then you go left and right anytime you want. You can dodge. You can also, of course, speed up to the front or to the back, but you have freedom of movement. Here you don't. But the controls are reactive. It's just the problem that they have this whole trusting mechanic, which I just don't personally like. Gameplay wise, it's good. I would say 8 out of 10, because, well, of all the upgrades, and it looks nice. It's very satisfying to see everything in action. Those small changes that you do that synergize. You know, this projectile will slightly arc to the enemy because you have homing ability, then you shoot slightly faster, the damage goes up by 1 point, and so on. I love it. I love making builds in games and seeing them in action, so that's very good. I also appreciate that you have the ability to turn the damage numbers on. That's nice, because you know what's going on. So it's a bit of mixed bag, this game. I'm gonna leave you with this. So 5 points if it's in this state and it keeps crashing and nothing is done with settings, and 8 if it's fixed, because it's very good by design. It just doesn't technically work as it should, but it's well designed for sure. More than you could expect from just a bullet hell game or a shooter game or a budget roguelike game. It's actually quite a lot of content in it. It just should be tested by more than one person. So I'm gonna assume the developer tested it and it worked. I'm testing it and it doesn't. Now you have to ask more people with other computers, because apparently, well, I don't think there is any information on forum even. I wrote it actually. The game is crashing, but there's no one else complaining. There's no bug section. So Probably not many people played it, but I did, and it was crashing on my computer. That's what I can say. But well, that's just one person's testimony. If you want to ask me in the comments for details, you can. I guess if you're interested what kind of computer I have or anything. It's just, you know, quite old computer with Radeon card. If you want details, you can ask me, but I guess it's just gonna crash for some people and not crash for other. I think it shouldn't, because for what it is, right? It's a basic bullet hell game, top-down shooter sort of, and those usually work. They usually work with no problems. They work in the window, and they generally don't crash. So this one is an exception. It's just unstable for a game of this genre. So that was Nova Drift. I'm leaving you with all my well, whatever I said, and we'll see you in. Well, I'm gonna see you. You will hear me in the next review, hopefully with more stable game. But I'm not gonna say with a better game, because this one is pretty good actually. It's playable. It's just unstable, like some people. Okay, so see you guys next time.